If your box hedge is going brown, dropping leaves or looking threadbare, you're dealing with one of two very different problems, and treating the wrong one could finish off your box plant. But this guide is going to help you bring your box back to life. Welcome back to Garden Ninja. Now, if you've got problems with your box hedges or your box balls or any of your box topiary, this is the guide to help you. So come on, let's get cracking. Now, there are two main problems when it comes to dying, brown, crispy or lacklustre box, and that's either box blight or box caterpillar. Now, box blight affects healthy box when suddenly you see the leaves turning brown or even dropping prematurely when they're still bright green. You might also see black streaks on the box, or the whole box may turn an orange, yellow, crispy colour as if it's been burnt, and they're the trademark signs of box blight. The second issue might be box caterpillar, and the signs are very different. If all of a sudden, almost overnight, you've noticed a lot of webbing, like spider webs, covering your box plants, or if you look inside and you see even more webbing, little exoskeletons, the chances are you've got box caterpillar, which turns into box moth, and it's a really difficult disease to get rid of. With box caterpillar, you're probably going to see leaves that have been totally skeletonized, nibbled by the caterpillars, leaving just the outline. You might also find droppings within the webbing, wondering what they are, and they're the feces of the box caterpillar before it pupates and turns into a moth. Let's talk about the treatment of box blight. The first thing you need to do is to increase airflow, because box blight is a fungal disease and it thrives in damp, humid conditions where the air is still, allowing the fungus to propagate and spread throughout your box. Now, box blight spreads at a really rapid rate, so prevention is key, and making sure that you're not planting box in areas that are really humid, dry or stuffy is the best course of action. Now, if you suspect that you've got box caterpillar moth, the best course of action is to use pheromone traps, and you use these in autumn and early spring, and they send out a pheromone which attracts the moths, which then traps them, stopping them from laying their eggs on your box topiary or box hedges. And that's really the best method, but you need to use them in autumn and spring to make sure that you catch the last of this year's moths and also the early adopters in next year, and that's the best method. There are biological sprays that you can use which kill off the caterpillars only, and that's why they're called biological, because they target the caterpillars. But the problem is with box caterpillar is that they get really inside the topiary or the hedge, and they tend to lay their eggs everywhere. So trying to spray it, you're not just spritzing the outside, you're having to part all the branches, get inside and spray. And in my experience, the chances of success are really low, whereas the pheromone traps have a much higher chance of success. Now, prevention is key with all of this, and if you can inspect your box hedges, maybe your box topiary balls in spring and then autumn, you can look for signs of either the caterpillar or any early signs of blight. But it will also give you an indication whether the plant needs a bit of feed. If the leaves start to mottle, it might be a deficiency rather than a pest, such as blight as the fungus or box moth caterpillar as a biological enemy of all box. Now, if your box hedging is beyond repair, the chances are you're going to need to dig it up, bin it or burn it. But there are alternatives that you can use in lieu of box hedging. The first one is Ilex crenata, a fantastic member of the holly family, believe it or not. It creates these beautiful little evergreen hedges similar to box that you can clip, and they're really low maintenance. The next one is Lonicera nitida, otherwise a member of the honeysuckle family. Again, makes great, easy to clip box alternative hedging. It doesn't suffer from the same pests, so once you've planted it, you can pretty much forget about it, other than pruning it twice a year. And last but not least, you've got Euonymus, otherwise known as green spire, sometimes nicknamed green finger, and that again produces a low evergreen hedge, great for parterre gardens or formal layouts, and you can even clip it into very small topiary balls if you so wish. If you've not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit the red button to subscribe today. Also click the bell for notifications. We'll have access to hundreds of garden design hints, tips and hacks from me, the Garden Ninja, and best of all, it's free. So there we have it, an overview of the treatments of box blight and also the pesky box moth caterpillar, which can completely decimate your box hedges and topiary if you're not careful. I've also given you some good alternatives. But if you've liked this video, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, but also check out my website where there are thousands of garden design hints, tips and hacks to help you make your gardens awesome. And if you want to become an official garden ninja, why not take one of my online courses to take you from beginner to pro in a matter of hours. I've been Lee Burkill, a Garden Ninja. Bye for now.